Go Yankees. Nah, let me stop. Nah, I was feeling my Yankees hat today, y'all. I'm from New York, so I'm gonna rep my team. Now let me get past my baseball stuff. Let's get to this video, guys. Your purpose. Oh yes, we're gonna talk about it. Cause a lot of us forget that our purpose is so important. And it has a lot to do with your gifts. The Bible says that your gift will make room for you. Know this and hear what I'm telling you, chosen ones. The devil is trying to distract you from remembering your gifts, your skill set. And if you don't know what your gift is, you have to put yourself out there to see how far you can take things, to learn your limits. That's why it's important when you're young to take tests, to play, different sports, to do anything. You want to see how far you can run. You want to see how far you can push yourself, how much you can write, how far you can read, understand what's your IQ level. Like, learn your limits, see how far you can take things, see what you're good at, and record it. Write it down, chosen ones. I don't know who this message is for, who's going to help encourage today, but I just want to remind you of your purpose and how to recognize what your independent purpose is. It's really based off of the gifts and the talents that God blessed you with. Hear what I'm telling you? You have a purpose in your life different than any and everybody around you, from your mother, your father, brother, sister, best friends, circles, whatever, parent, guardians, whoever was there in your life. You are different. You were made different. Sometimes your situations and your circumstances don't work with certain people because they can't see eye to eye with what God created you to do. They can't see eye to eye with your purpose. Your purpose, your skills, your gifts don't resonate with them because they don't have the perception to be able to even comprehend what God embedded in you. The downloads that God gives you when you see things and you're able to execute things on a higher level than the average person is because God bless you with that gift. God bless you with that authentic path, the authenticity that is a part of who you are. Is the gifts, is the purpose that God has for your life. And don't never forget. Never forget what you're here to do. And when you do what you do it to the best of your ability. Pick up where you left off at and do it better than what you did where you last left off. You're greater than what people think about you. People are going to think all type of things about you. So what? Cut them off. If they're not there to support you, you don't need to have them in your life. You can love them from a distance. You can give them good advice. You don't have to hate on nobody. You don't have to be mean. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is realize your purpose for God, because that comes first. Because God is making room for you because of your gifts. So if certain doors is not opening, certain things is not happening right now, it could be because God needs you to get back into them talents, into them gifts that you have, and apply them on your path, on your journey. So God can continue to give you more clearer vision on your road, on the direction of where He needs to take you. So you can fulfill your destiny, so that you can get the blessings that God has in store for you. So you can open the doors that God's giving you the key to open. But if you keep forgetting where your keys is at, if you're forgetting the type of keys that God has given you to open certain doors, then hey, God is trying to give you the keys, trying to say it's inside of you. Your purpose is inside of you. Only you know. If it's positive, it's possible. That's what I tell people. If it's positive, it's possible. I tell people all the time, as long as you have breath, there's always a test. There's always a quest to be in your next level, to be your best. Don't let the enemy confuse you. God is giving you time to reflect. God is giving you time right now. Don't feel like you have nothing to do. It's always something to do. You can learn about yourself. Understand who God is creating you to be. Here to tell him what I'm telling you. You're greater than the moment of the storms, of the distractions that the devil try to put on your path. You're greater than the deceptions that the enemy is trying to use within certain people that come along your path, because maybe they might not have clarity on their journey. Everybody is not of God. Everybody doesn't believe the Creator. Everybody doesn't believe that they can overcome their problems in their life. So when misery come around, That's what they're going to do. They're going to put their misery, their perception onto you. You don't hate on them, but you pray for them and you recognize them and you see them for who they are. You thank God for the discernment to be able to recognize who is coming across you on your path. Use your discernment. Use your wisdom. That's why you go through so much downfalls of different people in your life and fallouts. You know why? Because God is trying to remind you and trying to show you, hey, look, they're not for you. They was never for you. They're not going to support you. They don't believe in helping people. They barely want to help themselves. So what makes you think they're going to help you? Hear this. Some people only care about what they care about. They care about baseball. They care about baseball. You might not care about baseball. That might not be your career. If they care about soccer, they care about soccer. They care about going to the club. That's all they care about is going to the club. Some people only care about fornication. Some people only care about manipulating other people. Some people only care about gossiping about other people in their life to make them feel like they're not capable of overcoming the problems that we all face as human beings. God created humans. So trust me, most of the problems we go through is very, very similar. Just on different levels. If it's not financial, it's mental. If it's not mental, it's emotional. If it's not emotional, it's spiritual. If it's not spiritual, it could be environmental. It's all different type of issues that we all go through in our lives. But you're a chosen one. You're different. Your purpose is going to get you through every situation in your life. The purpose that God has for you. I done spoke about the 5 talents, the parable that Jesus spoke about in the scriptures plenty of times. It's so important to understand if you don't use the gift that God has for you, if you don't use the gifts and the talents that God has for you, it's going to be hard for God to make room for you on your path. What are you using your gifts for? To tear people down? As snares and naps to get them to do what you want them to do as a manipulation? Hopefully not. Because that's what a lot of people is doing these days, chosen ones. Don't fall into the trap of other people's misery. Because they're trying to trap you. You might not realize you can easily pick up people's spirits by just being around people who do manipulating things. Now you're doing manipulating things. Now you're saying things that is manipulative to other people. That is low vibration. That is aggressive. Now people are misunderstanding you because you came across certain people that you thought meant well, that you thought was really for God, but they're not really for God like that. They don't have genuine hearts. They're not empathetic like you. Some people aren't willing to change for the better. Some people aren't willing to give them their lives to God. Some people aren't willing to admit that they need help during problems because they see so much of what's going on social media. People in their fake lives to the point that they don't even realize that they have a purpose of their own that God has called for them to follow, to fulfill. They have gifts that they can use to attract the blessings that God want to give them, but you have to tap into the best version of yourself. Don't let nobody never tell you you can't be enough. Don't let nobody never tell you you can't overcome the lies, the manipulators that come into your life. There are a lot of people who are living in a delusion. The Bible says that you'll be blinded by a delusion when you live in the world, when you live in sin. A reprobated mindset. Don't let the devil stop you. It's a lie from the devil. You are greater. You have a purpose. And the reason why you keep shining is because you follow that purpose. If this resonates with you, and if you're not shining and you feel like you lost all hope and you feel like you're trying to rekindle that motivation to be all that God has called you to be, trust me. Turn away from the world. Tap into your gift. Tap into your purpose. Tap into the talents that God has blessed inside you and rekindle that energy. Rekindle the authenticity within who God created you to be. Don't let nobody try to say, irrational things. Don't let nobody try to confuse you because they're going through misery, because they have not done certain things, because they're so competitive they can't see nobody else win. Because the truth is that all our blessings come from God anyway. Whatever win that we have, you got to realize 9 times out of 10, God gave it to you. As much as we think we're doing something, it's the grace of God. I've done seen people win and in the midst of having everything, lose their life, lose their soul, lose a lot of things out here in this world. Temporarily, they might have this, they might have that, but the truth is, do they have a peace of mind? Do they have God in their heart? Do they have love in their heart? Is the real question. Can they still be kind to people? Do they have people that they can trust around them? Can they share their gifts with the world in this lifetime? Or are you just afraid? You don't have to show your gifts and give your gifts to do the same thing like everybody else. There's always room for you to do and use your gifts and your talents in the way that God has called you to use them. Around people who actually appreciate you. God will bring the right people around you to give you what you're worth. And not belittle you and make up excuses on why you're not doing something right. Because something that has nothing to do with who you are. It has nothing to do with your gifts. Sometimes it just has to do with their spirit, their low vibrations. Some people could be jealous of you. Let's be for real. People get jealous out here. Bible says jealousy is as cruel as the grave. Jealousy. You know what jealousy is? It's like people, it's envy. Same thing, hand in hand. They envious of you. So now when you fulfilling your purpose, you might realize, wow, why my focus taking off my purpose? You know why your focus may be taking off your purpose? You might just realize one day that it was somebody around you who was hating. They see you prospering. They see you getting blessed. They seen that you was using your gifts and your talents. And they was going behind the scenes to try to bring down your vibration, to bring down your joy, to bring down your peace. But they can't stop the purpose that God has for you. I'm telling you, they can't stop what God is doing for you. You're going to win regardless. You're going to overcome. Every single time. They're going to throw them traps, them darts. They're praying to the devil. You got people out here praying to the devil. You got people out here wishing bad on people because they don't have the energy to do anything because they're living in sin. 9 times out of 10. They're tired from living in sin. When you live in sin, I'm sorry, it destroys people's energy. It destroys energy. We all fall into sin. Even me. I've had to recognize, wow, I need to change. I need to turn away. And when I did that, I started to regain my energy. I started to regain my perception of what's really going on in this world. And when you do, you're going to see different attacks. Certain things is going to be clearer. Certain attacks is going to be more direct. They're going to be clear. But you're going to be able to dodge the darts. You're going to be able to dodge the enemy's attacks over your life because you're going to be more experienced. Because you're giving God your time, your focus. And when you're living in your purpose, you're going to see the blessings reign over your life. And you're going to see why God is blessing you. And what them blessings is going to be for. They're going to be for you to get through. On your way up. Fulfilling the purposes that God sent down from heaven. Through the gifts that He gave to you. So hopefully this resonates, chosen one. Peace and love. Don't give up. Explore and understand yourself for God. And fulfill the purpose that God has on your life. And I hope you discover that as soon as possible.